Hello, dear viewers. Today we are at the headquarters of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, for an exclusive interview with its Executive Secretary, Dr. Workneh Gebeyehu. Hello, Doctor.
Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome.
Good. First of all, thank you so much for granting us this interview. And I would like to begin by discussing on IGAD's significant impact on in the Horn of Africa. And we know that over the years, IGAD has continuously expanded its sphere of influence since establishment in 1986. And could you shed light on the most noteworthy areas where IGAD has made an important impact through its interventions? And moreover, how would you assess the current status of IGAD as a regional integration organization?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Yes, indeed, IGAD is a very crucial regional organization which is established here in Djibouti before 36 or 7 years ago. And also the very reason of the establishment of IGAD was the member states at that time, they convinced that they cannot resolve some of their issues individually or by their own selves. So since most of the member states are very close neighboring states, they share common culture, they share common language and other different commonalities that they have, they have concluded that they need an organization which serves the interest of all member states. That's why at that time IGAD, IADD, has come to be one of a regional bloc, an organization which serves in terms of in the area of peace and security, area of agriculture and climate change, in the area of migration, and also trade, investment, and most importantly, on the regional integration issue. 36 or 7 years is not young, it's above the young stage, but IGAD have a lot of impact in the region. I can tell you that the creation or the establishment of the Somalia government after all the challenges Somalia faces is a creation of support of IGAD. So the current government, when it is established again after all the challenges Somali brothers and sisters face, is one of the results of IGAD. The South Sudan revitalized agreement, which is now the current government is on the power, which the president and the first vice president who were an allies one time, and they became opponents, and they became now back to be a president and the first vice president. So now that is also another peace deal, peace agreement that made by IGAD. I can tell you Ethiopian case, the recent case, the thing that we are doing in Sudan, in all aspects in the area of peace and security, IGAD is very vibrant organization which is serving the interest of our member states. In fact, on the principle of non-interference on the internal affairs of our member states, while but working to support the people of this region in terms of peace and security. The other area that I have to mention for you is the issue of integration that you have already said to me as well. The integration issue is very important, the ultimate goal, and the very reason that the creation of IGAD is the issue of integration, economic integration first. That is, harmonizing policies, trade policies, economic policies, custom policies, and making, free movement of people in the region, free movement of other goods and customs. All these things is what IGAD is doing. We were trying to, harmonize the policies as much as possible. We created, a border areas that is favorable for the trade and investment. So there are a lot of things I can mention for you. But IGAD is, as you have said, a very critical, very important regional organization which is residing here in Djibouti, the capital of, or the headquarters of the region.
Especially on that point, Executive Secretary, and thank you for the comprehensive response. In light with the Republic of Djibouti's proven ability to navigate and facilitate dialogues through the leadership of the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh, do you perceive President Guelleh as having a key role to play in this context?
Yeah, we always say that the people of Djibouti and the government of Djibouti has hosted the IGAD headquarters and the staff, which is more than 400, and also which include from all member states. We are here with dignity, with feeling that Djibouti is our own country, that all people are friendly. So that is not a simple thing. Serving or getting a service from the people and the government of Djibouti as a headquarters here. This building has given freely for the IGAD from the people and the government of Djibouti. Starting from that, Djibouti was very instrumental in all aspects of IGAD endeavors. In terms of peace and security, do you remember ARTA agreement? Yes. Indeed, His Excellency President Ismail have a very crucial role. He is a well-respected leader of the region. He have an ear of not only the leaders of this region, but beyond. So his wisdom is very important on areas that we face the challenge. Personally, me, as Executive Secretary also, I'm very near to His Excellency that we are benefited a lot. Indeed, we are expecting a more very important leadership. Djibouti can help. Djibouti is a peaceful country, for example. Djibouti has no conflict with other member states. Djibouti is an oasis of peace for us. So these all are a big capital for Djibouti and the people of Djibouti, of course, that really help to play a greater role in this organization and beyond. Not only in this organization. Djibouti was the member of Security Council before 2 years, if you remember. So the small size country, but very in terms of diplomacy, acceptance, it's we're very happy that we are very lucky that to have Djibouti, our member state.
Shifting our attention to the situation now in Sudan, and genuinely concerned for our fellow brothers and sisters in Sudan, where the current situation is causing a great apprehension. IGAD has established or come up with its own mechanism to foster stability and peace in the region. Has any progress been made so far in the negotiations or the mediation? And will the forthcoming IGAD Heads of State Summit and address this pressing matter?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that our brothers and sisters in Sudan, they are suffering because of this conflict. Almost it is now, it's going for, April, May, June for the second month, but the damage is imminent. The people are displaced, a lot of casualties. The issue of health and other critical issues are in limbo. This all, to bring to your attention is that the country, the very vibrant country, which is our member states, and actually the chairman of this organization has now in a very challenging situation. It's painful for us, not only for the Sudanese, but for each and every one of us who knows the generosity of the people of Sudan, who was hosting more than 1 million refugees from Ethiopia, from Somalia, and other countries. Now they are seeking a refuge, and they are dying in their own home. So this is really a big tragedy for us. So no one can be very near to the Sudanese than the region, the member state, the neighboring countries. That is why we did an urgent meeting. The summit, that summit has already pointed out the importance of negotiation, peaceful, resolve this thing peacefully, and the leaders are doing their best on that issue. As Executive Secretary, I was doing day and night to bring these parties to the negotiating table. We were talking with both parties as well as international partners as well. So still the effort is there, but we have not yet succeeded to stop this fighting. But now this is an opportunity, another opportunity, having the heads of states and governments of the region here in Djibouti next week. That will be also one of the agendas that they are going to discuss, and to put additional concrete proposal to resolve this conflict. Definitely, this is the issue of the people of Sudan. We know that these peoples of Sudanese who can really address their own challenges. But also we cannot sit idle and see while this all suffering is happening for our brothers and sisters. So in the spirit of solidarity, in the spirit of a friendship, neighborhood, that I'm expecting this summit is going to bring another very important outcome towards peace in the Republic of Sudan.
Thank you for that update, Doctor. And looking towards the future, what prospects are there for the continuous growth of IGAD?
IGAD is still a very crucial organization for the member states and for another multilateral institutions. We are very closely working with African Union, United Nations, European Union, and other multilateral and bilateral organizations. The role of IGAD is the most recognized role. No one can replace it. IGAD, you know, in terms of institutional strengths, we have to work a lot. One of the areas that we should work. In terms of clarity of the purpose, this meeting, this summit will help us a lot in that area as well. We have to use that identity, that commonness for the betterment of our region. Everybody knows that a lot of volatility in our region. There is a lot of challenges, human-made and natural. That should be defeated by the integrity of our people in the region. As IGAD, a secretariat, we are here to coordinate this effort. We were doing this thing, the secretariat, and me, myself, as executive secretary, definitely we will put IGAD in his proper place internationally, but most importantly, we will do our efforts to make our region to benefit from all the effort of the 500, 600 employees and staffs here in the region who came from different parts of the region as well.
Thank you, Doctor. And if you have anything to add on or inform our viewers, don't hesitate.
Yes, you know, now we are going to host a lot of guests here. It's next year, heads of states are coming. After I took an office as executive secretary, I'm doing this for the second time. So for me, it's like, you know, homecoming. So I know the people of Djibouti really who value and like his guests. He consider the guests as his own thing. So to make all support for this summit is very important. The second thing, Djibouti, while hosting this summit, also the people of Djibouti show the culture, the beauty of Djibouti to the international community. Now the world is looking to Djibouti. There are a lot of agendas that we are going to discuss here. So this is the time to visibility of the, most importantly, I am very happy that this meeting is going to be happen, one of a big event that is going to happen in this city. And definitely as executive secretary, I will continue to work very closely with Djiboutian authorities, especially the Excellency President Ismail Gile, who really very supportive, who really giving us a close guidance on every aspect of our endeavor. And we are very thankful for him, for his support, for his leadership, as well as to the people of Djibouti who has hosted me and my family here as a part and parcel of Djibouti family. So I am very thankful.
Thank you, Doc, for your time and for joining us for this interview and for your valuable insights and dedication to the Horn of Africa and to the region in general. And that concludes our interview with Dr. Wakne Gebeyehu, Executive Secretary of the Intergovernmental Authority, IGAD.